Hey, this is Julie. Good morning. It is Tuesday, October 20th. And take a look at the calendar real quick. There is a few things on the session for today. We've got building permits, housing starts, and Red Book and FOMC members speaking. So between the market open and noon, it can be volatile this morning, depending upon what is said because of the nature of what is happening with our interest rate decisions. And now the talking heads are saying that it's 50-50. Overnight data was not horrible. And let's look at the markets. The markets are primarily positive this morning. This is my higher time frame trend on top and my short-term bias on the bottom. Let me move this up so you can see it. And the short time frame bias is just where is price relative to the previous close. I know a lot of traders like to go long or short after the previous high or low. I like to set my bias on the previous close, the daily close. So I am showing current price on the 240, 120, 60, and 15 relative to yesterday's closing price to get a bias. And that is like my direction guide. I've narrowed it down just to the prior close for simplicity's sake for my chart review. When I'm trading, I like to know where current open is relative to prior close, also as an additional filter, and my 8 EMA filter also for my current price. But for a chart review, just to see where we are in the market, it's nice to have a bias and a trend, and how I can easily put this together for a game plan, knowing that crude is doing a rally up. We look at the 15-minute. We can see that both of our trend and bias are short, but we've been currently on an uptrend retracement, and look where it's going, right to the middle of the chart. So we can fade those areas. If we're in a downtrend and our bias is in a downtrend and our short-term retracement is going up, I will be looking for an area to fade, right? And so when it hits a point of control or value high or a previous support resistance area, I know that I can go in and fade that. So I like to pull up a higher time frame chart like the 60-minute and see if I can identify some level of resistance. And I see that resistance is right here around 46.45, 46.48. So I will be looking to fade this area here when price returns to this level. So that's the game plan, how to use Bloodhound to set short-term trend and a short-term bias to give you an edge to make a trading decision. You can also put a stochastic or an RSI as a further guide, or a MACD to give you an entry signal. But if you're a support resistance trader, you don't really need the oscillators to cross or show overbought or oversold. You pretty much know where those areas are on your chart, and you just want to know what direction am I trading in, where am I going to be looked for the best entry locations. If you're going short, that would be at a high, so you'd be looking for a resistance area to get short, take that opportunity. And if you're long, you would be looking for a support area. So we can take this down to our lower time frame chart and fine tune an entry. There we go. So here's the session open. Here is the Keltner channel. And here are those resistance areas I was talking about. So ideally, I would like to see price get up into this area, and then I would like to see this top bar here is my smooth slope. And this is simply a momentum filter. I have a momentum, just your standard momentum indicator. I put a 2 period on that. I smooth it. I nest an EMA 20, and then I nest an EMA 5. Very simple, a la William Blau, B-L-A-U. Smooth momentum, and that will get you these turns pretty well. As you see, if you look at these turns, you know, for instance, when not to go short to keep your longs going, and then you know when to go short. And it works really well on those 60-minute candles too, and daily. If you trade your smooth momentum in the direction of a sloping moving average, that works real well. So right now we're failing at this upper Keltner channel a little bit. I'd like to see it push up a little higher before I take a short. But I will probably go to my trading workspace to enter my trade. This is a chart review workspace, and this workspace allows me to come in, find a market that I want to trade on. Then I can close this workspace and go to my trading workspace where I've got my chart set up the way I like for my entries. So this is a neat way to use NinjaTrader and Bloodhound. Have a bias, have a trend, have a game plan on a location, and then flip over to your short time frame chart and execute your trade. So price overall in crude is looking pretty flat right now. So this would be a very good location to attempt a short once it pushes up here and starts failing. So I'm going to get ready to enter a short position. So I better let you go so I can get busy and make some money. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great trading day.